You can't beat British grub. But these days, you've got to spend a packet to bring home the bacon. And don't even get me started on the eggs.
The cost of living crisis is hitting Britain hard, with food prices rising at the fastest rate in 40 years.
But now, a new line of affordable protein is hitting our shelves. This is engineered human meat.
That's right, a protein made from human cells that promises to be cheaper and tastier than any of its competitors.
I'm Greg Wallace.
And I'm off to visit Good Harvest, where a whopping 6 tons of human meat is engineered every day.
That is stunning.
With the promise of cheap meat for all, it may well be the meaty miracle we need to ease the squeeze of the cost of living.
Anyone for human meat? I'm Michelle Ackley, and while Greg comes face to face with the production line, I'll be conducting a taste test with some very picky palates.
It's really, tender.
For the first time, we're going to find out where it comes from, how it's made,
Whoa!
and what it tastes like. I'm up bright and early to check out the Good Harvest processing plant in Boston in Lincolnshire. But it wasn't the most scenic of drives.
High fences, barbed wire, security lights. It's a bit like a prison. What next? Machine gun tower? Hello? Yeah. It's Greg Wallace. I've got an appointment. I'm the bald bloke off the telly with the glasses.
I couldn't wait to see the mysteries that lay inside. How do you solve the cost of living crisis with engineered human meat? It sounds like magic.
And this is where the magic happens.
The Good Harvest processing plant has been up and running for over 8 months. It contains both industrial and clinical operations on a site the size of 4 football pitches.
Hey, are you Mick?
I certainly am. Pleased to meet you, Greg.
Very good to meet you. I'm here to learn.
Right, come this way and I'll show you how it all works.
I want to see everything.
Oh, you will.
Mick Ross oversees the production line and is in charge of over 60 full-time staff who engineer roughly 50,000 steaks every day.
So come on then, Mick. How on earth do you grow human meat?
I want to introduce you to our nutrient vat.
Hello, Nutrient Vat, Greg Wallace, telepresenter, and your job is?
Well, what its job is, it processes thin slices of tissue in a nutrient-rich mix, which you see here, and then cells start to grow. So over a 24-hour period, these will slowly fuse together into one great big, what we call a cake.
So you're telling me that is human flesh?
Exactly.
But why human meat? Why not animal meat?
That's a very good question. We've got centuries of knowledge of human medicine at our side. We know more about humans than we do about animals. So we've mastered engineering human cells to make these structured flavours and sinews that we expect from the flavours of steaks we eat.
Good Harvest encourages people who need the income to sign up, select their own extraction site and get paid within the week.
You expect to be feeding the nation with this. You're going to need a lot of donors.
Well, it's well in demand, and we've got a lot of people coming forwards, because the other great thing about it, it's an opportunity to be paid.
Would you ever consider donating yourself?
Yeah, maybe I would. I mean, I may have to. My bills are as high as anybody else's. You know, I've got a young family, I've got a daughter to feed, so...
And would you feed your family human steaks?
Oh, yes, most definitely. Already have.
After the donor's tissue samples are placed in the nutrient vat, they're stimulated with electrodes and left to grow at 40 degrees centigrade at the proving bay.
So, Greg, after a few hours, this is what we're left with.
Whoa! No way! Mate, that's the biggest chunk of meat I've ever seen. I mean, scientifically, that's amazing, but in terms of food, that is stunning.
It is incredible, isn't it?
That is stunning. Look at it.
This 30-kilogram protein cake will be cut into nearly 100 steaks, and it's all been grown from the cells of just one person.
So maybe you'll give me a hand to lift it out. There we go. 1, 2, 3, that's it.
Whoa, whoa, crying out loud.
We're going to take it over onto the resting board. There we go.
Wow. This must be a relatively new process.
Well, it is. I mean, under EU law, we couldn't possibly operate machines like this due to legislation, but thankfully now we're out. We can harvest people and we can pay them for their flesh.
So what happens to this now?
Right, well, this will either be cut into steaks or it'll go off and be processed for sausages, burgers, you name it. You can do anything with it.
Proper space age, isn't it? This
It is.
meets me up, Scotty.
I'd got to grips with the guts of human meat production, but I wanted to know, how does this new protein compare to a real steak? It was time for that all-important taste test. I knew just the chef for the job. I'm off to Le Gavroche, a 2 Michelin star restaurant in the exclusive London borough of Mayfair, to see top chef Michel Roux Jr.
Chef, look at this. Look, I am seriously intrigued. This is a meat I've never seen before. I want to see what the fat content's like. I want to see what the flavour's like. I want you to cook it, because I don't know anybody better.
Hang on a minute. Good Harvest, made by humans, from humans?
Yeah, these come from 3 donors in the northeast of England.
Wow. I wonder if that affects the flavour.
You're right. Do donors from the northeast of England have a different flavour and texture to ones from the southeast?
I would have thought so, because it's what we call in French terroir. It's where you were brought up. You are what you eat at the end of the day. And we're going to find out.
For my blind taste test, Michelle would cook up 3 different steaks, and we'd work out what sort of person they were grown from.
Ideally, I want it reared outside. I want it looked after, not stressed.
These donors were from the northeast. So what about a beer-fed Geordie?
Oof, I don't know. It's very, very difficult to get my head around. This looks quality. So we're just going to...
You all right? OK.
I'm going to put it on the plate. So we just need to let it rest for 5 minutes, and then you can taste it.
Michelle had cooked up a human meat feast of 3 succulent steaks. Now the taste test could begin.
Whoa, beautifully cooked, of course, nicely presented. Should we both try this one first?
OK, right, let's go.
These engineered steaks are grown from the cells of human donors who are paid for their flesh. But can we guess which sort of person each steak has been grown from?
Yeah, you've got to chew this one. I mean, this is really...
This steak is actually one of the cheaper ones in the range.
If it was 100% pure beef, I'd say that this was an animal that's got a certain age and maybe a little bit stressed as well. It's quite strong flavour.
Well, I've actually got some tasting notes here. So, look, these Good Harvest steaks have been cultivated from Alison, 45 years old, NHS nurse and part-time delivery driver, so very active. 2 jobs, which probably explains why the meat's a little stringy.
45 is not old, but it's not veal or a young cow, as it were.
Master taster Michelle hadn't quite nailed the provenance, but what about steak B?
That looks nice.
Oh, there's almost a sweetness to this.
It's tender, fattier, really tender.
I've got the tasting notes on this one as well. These Good Harvest steaks have been cultivated from Guy, 39 years old, was working in social services, now redundant. And I think this means that he's not moving around, is he? He's doing a lot of sofa sitting and telly watching, which has made him more relaxed, plumper. It's not good for Guy, I suppose, to be redundant like that, but it's great for us.
It's good eating.
I don't think this is about where in the country they come from. I think it's about the lifestyle.
There was one final steak to try. It's part of a new range from Good Harvest that's being kept secret until its launch. We've been given a sneak peek to try and guess the donor.
It's still going through FSA trials, so they can't tell us exactly what it is, but I really want to give it a go if you are up for it.
Yeah, I'm up for it. It looks great.
Come on.
Right.
Like a knife through butter, that is.
Oh, wow.
That hardly needs chewing.
That is unreal.
It is proper melt-in-the-mouth quality. I'm quite amazed by that. And that is 1/3 of the price of an average ribeye.
Wow.
The donor must be someone pretty special, I think.
That is the kind of meat that I would serve here.
But who is the average human donor? And why do they sign up in the first place? At the Good Harvest Clinical Wing, donors of all shapes and sizes get expert medical advice on which parts of their body are most suitable for extraction. I'd arranged to speak to one of them.
Hello, Gillian. You all right, kid?
Oh, yeah. Nice to meet you.
I'm going to be sticking my snout in your marrow. From donor to donor kebab.
Go for it.
Our cameras visited Gillian's home near Lincoln. Gillian is a 67-year-old retired receptionist, originally from Hornchurch. She lives with her grandson Jimmy and her housebound husband David.
Oh, my husband was a plasterer. But then after his back went, well, I ended up doing a lot for him. When the prices shot up, well, it buried us. It really has. Am I excited about donating? No. You know there's something wrong when you've got to jump on a bus and go and have some flesh scooped out of your arm for money. Oh, my silly sausage, aren't you?
Are you nervous, Gillian?
Yeah.
It won't hurt, though, will it? I mean...
Well, so we're told. Hope not.
Well, it can't do, can it? Because otherwise it wouldn't be allowed.
With the money from her donation, Gillian will be able to pay for nearly 2 weeks of energy bills. And as she processed the news, other donors were finding out what their bodies could earn. But I wanted to know, what one single thing would they use their hard-earned dosh to fix?
Black mould in every room of the house. I'm going out to earn money so I can repair it.
And there's no other option but to...
To do it.
Yeah, but good on you.
Yeah, you could.
No one wants mould in the house.
That's correct.
Attention, numbers 12 to 24. Please make your way to the changing rooms to get ready for harvest.
Good luck.
As our gang head off to get scrubbed and clean for harvest, I wanted to know what was in store for them. And who better to explain than the CEO of Good Harvest and private healthcare entrepreneur, Tamara Ennett.
Hello, Greg.
You must be Tamara.
I am. Welcome to our donor site.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Of course. Would you like a tour?
Would I? Does a dog woof? Come on.
Tamara's company seeks to offer a helping hand to the economically deprived.
It's nice.
They want to disrupt the cost of living crisis by paying low-income individuals to have some of their flesh extracted.
That's right.
Of course.
Whoa. Well, that's as cosy as my bed at home. I suppose if you're going to have a bit cut off, you might as well be comfortable, right?
And you can actually get a bed here.
How did you get into this? I mean, it's not something that is natural career move, is it?
So my background is in elite healthcare, specialising in human cellular science. That combined with the cost of living crisis, the demand for cheaper meat, and voila, Good Harvest was born. It was amazing to be able to do something that would give back and help so many people that can't help themselves right now.
Serious question, boss. Does it hurt?
It is pain subjective.
So, it hurts?
It's just pain subjective.
It's subjective.
We just need the right people to
With
step
pay.
forward and grab this amazing opportunity to pull themselves out of the crisis.
Should we get him in?
Let's do it.
They scrub up quite well.
Before harvesting begins, the donors are weighed and measured so the right amount of flesh can be extracted.
How much flesh are you taking from them, Tamara?
Well, it's a deliberately variable measurement. So with Gillian, for example, we have seen that she has an excellent fat to muscle ratio, so we should be able to extract a snooker ball or possibly even up to an orange.
Chocolate or normal?
I've been invited to one of Good Harvest's operating theatres to see Gillian undergo her extraction.
Oh, wow. I've never been anywhere like this. I'm going to learn a lot.
Hi, Gillian. How are you doing?
OK.
You're looking good, Gillian.
Because of inflation, today's extraction will pay for 2 weeks' worth of energy bills, but not baseline care for her husband. Luckily, Tamara thought she could help.
Now, Gillian, I've just been told by our team that we actually have space in our operating schedule for 2 incisions. So one from the buttock and one from the upper thigh. Of course, that would result in a 50% uplift in fee. So how does that sound? 2 extractions, but it's the same recovery.
Yeah.
If I were in your position, I would do the same.
Is it not going to hurt more?
It is pain subjective.
Gillian,
You'll soon be asleep, OK?
Coming up,
Oh, hello.
I get an exclusive look into the surprising origins of the new Good Harvest Premium range.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm in a human meat plant in Lincolnshire to explore a novel solution to the cost of living crisis.
You're telling me that is human flesh?
Exactly.
45 minutes ago, a 67-year-old retiree had her flesh harvested for cash to help her live within her means. But now I wanted to find out how this meaty miracle could help the public. Michelle Ackley took to the streets of London to find out.
We're asking people how they're feeling, really, what the past few years have been like, how they manage their bills.
Pay doesn't go up, nothing. It's just everything else that goes up.
Oh, like over the winter, instead of putting the heat on, I've been sleeping with 2 duvets on the settee to stop the energy bill, because my supplier is gone sky high.
As the lunchtime rush began, it was time for Michelle to get the samples out.
Hi there. Would you like to try some human meat? From human cells.
Okay.
Have a taste. It's from human cells. Interested in trying it?
Yeah, why not?
Let me know what you think.
It's really, tender.
As a student, for 99p, I would 100% buy that.
Flavor-wise, I mean, that would make a really good burger.
In this rural operating theatre, the Good Harvest medical team are overseeing Gillian's recovery.
Gillian, this is fluid dug from your spine so we can check for bacteria.
Gillian is that bit older, so her pain subjective reaction is at the upper end of moderate. Still within the normal range.
Gillian, you look $1 million.
I was reassured that Gillian's reaction was perfectly normal and she'd soon be heading home with a smile on her face, pleased that her double extraction would help support her family. So Tamara took me to the Good Harvest Ballroom to learn more about her company's plans for the future.
We're actually researching human leather. We think that it could be a low-cost game changer for the fast fashion industry. But right now, we are focused on the launch of our brand new food range, which you actually had a taster of.
The mystery meat. Yeah, I don't mind telling you, that was fantastic.
I'd been lucky enough to taste Good Harvest's latest meat earlier.
Oh, there we are. Like a knife through butter, that is.
But I didn't yet know whose cells it had come from.
The donor must be someone pretty special, I think.
So I'd snagged a spot at a special screening of the promotional video with the board of directors to find out.
Oh, hello. What an honour. Nerve centre, right? The belly of the beast. Come on.
Let's hit play.
Three months ago, Good Harvest revolutionized the food industry. Now, our new product is about to disrupt it again. We're keeping our prices low while making our steaks even more succulent. What's our secret? It's well-fed children under the age of 6. See, here at Good Harvest, we consider the womb nature's oven, preheating a delicious juicy doner until their flesh is ready to eat meat. Milk-reared and well-rested, these children donate the best meat money can buy. It's all gravy, baby, because our babies taste great with gravy. The Good Harvest Premium range from Junior Donors.
Delicious.
Any questions?
How old are the children, please?
Under 7s.
I have to ask this. Are you expecting any moral objection?
It's tested really, really well with our focus groups. It's so creamy, it just tastes better. You tasted some earlier.
Yes, yeah, a beautiful meat, but I didn't know what I was eating. Do we know how the children are now?
They actually recover quicker than adults.
And you're going to launch it imminently?
We actually have children on site right here, right now. Do you want to visit our junior donor department?
Actually, yes, I would. Yes, I think I would.
Would you like some toddler tartar?
No, I'll pass if that's okay. Thank you.
Okay.
I had a sandwich for the one of us.
There's no doubt Good Harvest's new product line is a lot to chew on.
So creamy.
And as I made my way to their children's medical complex, I wasn't sure what I was in for.
Oh.
Thankfully, in the flesh, it's a reassuring sight.
The idea is to create the most fun, relaxing environment possible for the kids before they go to harvest.
Well, they do look happy and chilled.
The children's centre is impressive, and Tamara explained it was designed to allow the children to relax because, like livestock on the way to an abattoir, any stress in transit could impact the quality of their meat.
Will you play with me?
Yes, of course I will. What is it that you would like to play?
Fire matching.
That's a good game. That's a good game. Do we need to set something on fire first? OK.
As well as a double extraction for Gillian, Good Harvest have managed to get Gillian's grandson Jimmy a place as a junior donor to give a new generation a chance to pull themselves out of this crisis.
This little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had none. And this little piggy went wee, wee, wee all the way home.
The siren marks the end of playtime. Now it's time for these children's extractions to begin.
Wow, do they always go in there that quickly?
Right, it depends if it's their first time donating. Are you a little bit scared about it all? Of course you are. But you know what's really, really scary, Jimmy? Have you heard of inflation? Price hikes? These things all mean that ordinary, decent people like you don't have many options. But this is an amazing opportunity for you to do your bit, Jimmy, and to make your Nana proud. Do you want to be a hero? Shall we?
These children donors of Good Harvest are an example to the rest of us. And it's no wonder the states are 100% behind their sacrifice. The Trussell Trust say a future without food banks requires a benefit system that works for all and secure incomes so people can afford essentials. So it's no surprise eating children seems a more likely path for our country.
It's a modest proposal, but it might be the only attempt we've seen to take the great British cost of living crisis seriously.
I'm Greg Wallace. Bon appetit.
For more cut-in satire to get your teeth into, stream all episodes of Brass Eye now on Channel 4. Next tonight to Nottingham for another busy shift where listening to your gut is key for both patients and staff, 24 hours in A&E.